spend a day in the life of an aspiring pop star. Ha ha ha. Audition day. Clearly, I'm not yet a vlogger because these clips are shocking, but I start the day by slapping some SPF on my face. I woke up around 9:30 because my sleep schedule's been a mess since all the dance things seem to be late at night. And welcome to the chaos of my room. It matches the chaos trapped inside my head. I wore all black for this, and I'm going to pin my hair back all nice and clean because this is a contemporary dance company, and so I figured lines are more important than the usual more showy things that I might wear to an audition. And then obviously I had to slap on some deodorant because I be sweating. Every morning, I force myself to empty the dishwasher and do the cat litter before I'm allowed to have my morning coffee because I'm an ADHD girly, and that is the only way to incentivize doing the mundane things in life. Poor Schmoopsie wants to go outside so bad, but because I'm going to be leaving the house soon, I just cannot let her out. This morning, I felt inspired to make a little smoothie bowl for breakfast, so we're putting some kale, banana, mango, yogurt, and almond milk in a blender, and then I top it all off with granola at the end. I always end up with way too much smoothie, and I just don't know how to change that. I am also an absolute fiend for tart things, so I add lemon juice, like a crazy amount of lemon juice, to my breakfast. Hydration is my weakness, but I've been trying to get better, so thanks to the Owala cup, that's going reasonably well. And then I sat and kind of planned my day and ate my breakfast and chilled. And that didn't last long, because eventually my Court of Thorns and Roses book called to me, and I couldn't resist the pull. I let myself go ahead and read a bit while I enjoyed my breakfast, and then because I didn't want to put it down, I decided I would read while stretching. 10 minutes or so before it was time to go, I decided to assemble my iced coffee, and then try and ensure that Schmoopsie didn't try and make a prison break on my way out. No. God, she's so cute. Bye, honey. There's Gertie looking all cute and fresh. If you knew me, you knew we were getting started with K-pop Demon Hunters. I am waiting for the day that I actually cannot find parking, but today is not that day. This neighborhood's really cute. Sun's in the sky, and I got here early for a reason. So at first I was illegally parked in Zone 1 permit only. So now I'll only be illegal for 1 hour instead of 3, because it's 2-hour parking. That's 2 o'clock's problem. It was such a happy surprise to run into my culture shock teammate when I got there, and we all left our shoes outside and started stretching. Unfortunately, I do not have footage of the audition itself. They ran the audition kind of just like a class, so it was super low-key. The choreography was amazing, and it was really easy to enjoy myself rather than be stressed out. We just learned and performed the piece. It felt so good. It was so hard. It felt so good. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it, but I had a good time. We then learned an additional jazz piece by this stud Philip, in which we did the move Thanksgiving dinner. And he's showing off for the camera. What a babe. That concluded the auditions. There were so many talented people. I got to meet the director, Catherine, who's super lovely. This is Tara, one of their education directors and dancers. I was absolutely famished, so I stopped by Lidl, and once again, I'm not the best blogger because I remember to film this afterwards, but I headed right back onto my car. We love a moment of truth when I find out whether or not I got a ticket, and the answer was no! Good job, Gertie! Initial thoughts. I can't say I feel like I got it, but I can say that it was 10 out of 10. A great, look at that from my strap of my bag, because it's got books in it. Why'd I bring books to an audition? This is a cheese twist from Lidl. I have food. I'm not yet super technically well versed. I put my heart into it. And even if I didn't get it, 1, I learned that there's a way for me to come to their company class, which is going to be really helpful in building those techniques and things. And 2, I had been emailing the woman about potentially doing a series about storytelling through dance, and they're interested in hearing more about that. Everyone seemed so nice. I could totally see myself spending hours each day dancing with these people and hanging out with them. Also, you got hit on by every fucking man on the street. God damn it, DC. Smells like weed. I get objectified. I would just watch men turn to look at my ass as I passed by, and I was like, God, have some self-respect. If only they'd seen me talk with my mouth full, maybe they would have left me alone. Anyways, back on the road, the beautiful way, even though it was the longer way, because I'd much rather be stuck in traffic in a beautiful place than also in traffic in an ugly place for slightly less time. I made it to the gym, but my exhaustion hit me during that car ride. So, what is it, salt on my face? I ate my pretzel from Lidl. Let's go. I am a procrastination queen. So even though I had made a choreo entirely in my head for the class I was teaching that night, I had yet to do it full out in a dance studio. So on we go, pushing through our tiredness. Not me panting in the background of this video showing you the studio. After finalizing the choreo, I couldn't resist doing some freestyle. It actually has been so long since I got the opportunity to just freestyle in the studio with a fully healthy body. So as much as this totally exhausted me and made the night a little bit more difficult, it felt like therapy and coming home, and like it always does going to a dance studio. Like, inspiration was on today, and I love that feeling. I actually had to just lay on the floor for a couple minutes after that. And then decided to double down on scenic routes and take a slightly longer way home. By this time, it was about 5 o'clock. I still needed to rush home and feed myself before I had to leave around 7 for my diva dance class at 7:45. Home sweet home. My favorite little cutie was home. Poor thing wasn't feeling good, so she didn't go to volleyball practice. And she has a little duck lamb. I then made myself a cute little cottage cheese caprese for some added protein because Lord knows I've been working today. And then I was literally so tired that rather than do anything like read or watch a video, I just sat in silence and ate. Also, I just want to say there was a time in my life when the fat rolls in this footage would have caused me to not be able to post this video. And I've made a lot of progress on my own body image, and I'm happy to share that I looked and felt like a lump at this moment in time. I then took some time to manage my correspondence because there were some people who I needed to reach out to and little things to take care of. And then I decided, screw it. I'm taking a 20-minute nap. I cannot. When nap time was over, I took some time to practice guitar because I wasn't sure if I was going to be going to an open mic that night, and God forbid I go and then embarrass myself on the stand. There are plenty of videos of me singing and playing guitar, but this will not be the one. I then took some time just to go over the diva dance rules because they're pretty strict about what you should say and in what order, which I don't mind at all because I think it helps foster their brand of confidence and community building that I so agree with. But as a newbie, it can be a little bit difficult to memorize, so study time. My uncle made an absolutely scrumptious looking dinner that I stole some of. Thank goodness, because feeding myself is such a challenge as an adult, especially with the schedule that I have now. With 10 minutes to spare, I got back into my book again because I just can't resist. Then it was time to go again, y'all. My diva dance class went so well, though. It was to Alien Superstar, and I genuinely love teaching those classes because the vibe of the people who come is just so friendly, and they fully get into character, and it's just such a good time. So they fully made it worth coming out despite my exhaustion. Just finished my diva dance class. Career as a vlogger is not helped by the fact that I consistently forget to vlog. And let's pray that I don't have a parking ticket because I went to try and do the Park Mobile and I couldn't remember my license plate and it was a mess. So, moment of truth. There's no ticket, although maybe everything's electronic, but good so far. All right, y'all, it was 9 p.m. at this point, but I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be a star, I need to keep going. So my plan was to go to the open mic at Ballston Local, but I will be damned if at 9:30 after a full-ass day I showed up and didn't get to sing. So I decided to call them ahead of time just to make sure. And sign from God. List is already 16 people, so if you come, there's no guarantee you're going to be able to perform. And ain't no way I'm making my day longer to not play. As much as I would love to support local musicians, I get to go home sweet home and shower and read a book and go to bed. The fact that it took less time for me to drive home from central DC then from the gym down the road this afternoon. Why does DC traffic start at 3 p.m.? What? And then end at like 7. But I'm home sweet home, guys. I got home and chomped down on my aunt's leftovers, and then everybody was still up and hanging out. So I got to laugh around with my aunt and cousin, and it's the best ever because I love them so much. I'm just here for the action.
You can make yourself pasta.
Working hard for no money. Okay. So hard for no money. Took a nice quick shower to wash the day off and finished off my minimalist skincare routine with some face oil from Trader Joe's. Bae was waiting in bed for me and the night ended exactly how it should.